All right, thanks, Johnny. Well, Sprint has a warning for customers this morning.
And they're still right in the middle of a massive data breach. Names, billing addresses, phone numbers are all on a list of sensitive details that hackers had access to. They got in through Samsung's Add-A-Line website. Sprint learned about the breach in late June and reset PIN codes for all of the affected accounts since then. Sprint says they still don't know exactly how many customers were affected. We just wanted to give you a heads up. A popular app that give you a makeover, give you a beard, even age your pictures could be taking a lot more from you than you think.
There are security concerns over the app called Face App. The app is owned by a parent company based in Russia. When you agree to the terms, you're signing a never-ending royalty-free license to use your photos however the app wants. The app was released in 2017, but has recently gone viral.
Notorious Mexican drug lord El Chapo will spend the rest of his life in an American prison. Joaquin Guzman stands convicted of running an international drug cartel and crime ring. El Chapo reportedly spoke at sentencing yesterday, saying, in his words, that there was no justice in his case. He'll likely end up in a supermax prison in Colorado, where inmates are held alone for 23 hours a day.
6:14 right now, and Kevin Spacey is no longer facing charges. Prosecutors dropped the case, once accusing the actor of groping an 18-year-old man in 2016. This comes a week after the man who accused him of assault pleaded the fifth on the witness stand. District Attorney Michael O'Keefe says the decision was made because of the unavailability of the witness.
The fight over President Trump's tweets continues this morning. Last night, the president was at a rally in North Carolina where people in the crowd were chanting, "Send her back," referring to a U.S. Congresswoman who's a naturalized U.S. citizen.
Jared Hill has a closer look at the new developments this morning from our Washington bureau.
Going into 2020, President Trump is using this feud with the four congresswomen as a way to paint the Democratic Party as a threat to American society. And last night, the crowd definitely responded.
When you see the four congresswomen, oh, isn't that lovely?
Though hundreds of miles away, the so-called squad took center stage at the president's re-election rally in North Carolina. That event just one day after the House condemned what they called his racist tweets about Representatives Ocasio-Cortez, Presley, Tlaib, and Ilhan Omar. In between calling the Russia investigation a witch hunt and touting a strong economy, the criticism of the four created a new rally cry within the crowd.
Omar has a history of launching vicious anti-Semitic screeds.
I think he does see potential political gain in trying to tie the Democratic Party nationally to the members of the squad who he sees as being much more left-wing than the average American.
Now, President Trump also repeated some misleading or false statements about Representative Omar in relation to what she said in the past. In response, Representative Omar tweeted the Maya Angelou poem, "Still I Rise." Reporting in Washington, I'm Jared Hill.
It was President Trump's sixth visit to North Carolina as president.
Today, Missouri State Treasurer Scott Fitzpatrick will announce a new program designed to help small business owners and farmers get back on their feet after recent natural disasters, including, of course, the May tornadoes and recent long-term flooding in Missouri. The announcement will be made at a news conference at 10:30 this morning in Jeff City. We'll tell you what happens later today. If you are an Instagram user, chances are you may log on from time to time, check your feed, and then every once in a while check to see who liked other people's posts.
The social media app, though, is looking at hiding that feature. The company announced it's expanding a test to hide likes. The features will be tested in several countries, including Ireland, Italy, Japan, and Australia. The feature allows only the account owners to view how many likes a photo or video has received. Well, have you ever been scrolling through as you saw social media and spot a gorgeous view of the city or a beautiful mural and wonder, where is that? Well, now there's an app for that, and it was created by a Kansas City native. It's called DePaulo, and it's going to be featured tonight in an exclusive KMBC 9 preview. I sat down with the creator of this app that leads you straight to the best photo ops in your city. To learn more about DePaulo and how Kansas City plays a role in this, tune in tonight at 6 o'clock on KMBC. A now former state official in Iowa is denying his obsessive love of the rapper Tupac because it was the reason he's forced to resign.
All right, so he's saying that's not the case. This is Jerry Foxhoven. He was the state's Department of Human Services director. Shortly before he stepped down, he sent an email to all 4,300 agency employees packed with Tupac quotes. And it wasn't the first time The Associated Press obtained 350 pages full of Tupac-related emails that he sent to staffers. I mean, he really loves the guy. Foxhoven also brought in these Tupac-themed cookies to celebrate his own 65th birthday with the rapper's face and even the phrase "Thug Life," along with "California Love" and "Greatest Hits." Foxhoven denies his love of Tupac had anything to do with his forced resignation. That is a huge ode to that rapper, though, just throughout the years. So we'll see what happens. But certainly buzzing on social media right now. People think that maybe that's what caused him to step down.
Huh. Well, moving to football, the Kansas Jayhawks might see more people coming to games this year.
In part because of what's happening at the concession stands. That's because KU will sell beer and wine at football games this fall, only for the first half. Athletics director says that they're trying it out for now. But there are many other teams in Big 12 and throughout, college football that do have beer and wine. So
yeah,
just kind of joining the club, I guess, a little bit. So we'll see how that trial basis works out. You're going to have to hydrate with some H2O, I would say. Maybe leave the beer and wine alone for a little while. The next few days.
Yeah, lots of water, especially going to the Royals game this afternoon. 12, what is it? 12:15?
Sun's right in the sky.
It's going to be rough. I mean, that could be dangerous if you're out there, for 2-3 hours without ducking out of the sun and trying to get back in the shade, which, speaking of the sun, hello, there it is. It's a pretty sunrise, but it's a hazy and humid one. 78 degrees. It feels like 81, and there was little relief overnight from yesterday's heat. The humidity didn't budge overnight. That heavy feeling to the air, that rarely changes. The temperatures are more likely to swing back and forth during the day and the night, but the moisture content in the air doesn't change unless you really can bring a front through, and that won't occur until Sunday. 81 in Liberty, 81 in St. Joseph, 77 in Warrensburg. So we're starting around 80 degrees. On your first alert day planner, when you're really going to feel the impacts from the heat during the day is from noon until 7. That's when we'll have heat index values back above 100 degrees like yesterday, and like yesterday, a peak heat index value of 110. The air temperatures are going to get pretty close to 100 today. Yesterday was the hottest day of the summer season so far, and I think we'll beat yesterday today. Heat index values 110, possibly as high as 115 northwest corner pocket. But relief is on the way for next week. Look at the big blue here across much of the nation's midsection and the East Coast. That includes us here in Kansas and Missouri. Now, this won't be 40s and 50s, but it will be a significant and noticeable feeling as high temperatures next week fall into the mid-80s and morning lows into the low and mid-60s. Cody.
Wow. It's coming. We just have to wait. Young entrepreneur is making money right in his own front yard.
When neighbors saw his sign, they called police, but the officers left laughing. We'll explain the boy's clever business plan.
You really do have to see his sign. Also, a couple is lucky to be alive after they were swept into the ocean while they were taking pictures in Hawaii. Good Morning America will share more of this dramatic video and information on how the couple was saved. That's today at 7 here on Kmbc.